Peace.
Peace.
This is Joshua Miller Law, Mr. PhD. You're just now entering the cipher called Real2reel360. K-Wise.
Peace, God.
Bring that beat in, kid.
Indeed.
Peace.
Yeah. What's going on, party people? Welcome to the Real2reel360 show. Let's get it in.
We do the knowledge and wisdom so you can understand. Real2reel360 shows in full command. We changing the game for how it all was taught. From bondage to freedom to an independent thought. Yo, the show is here to bring about a change for real. To lighten everyone so we all know the deal. 360 degrees is a fact. We created the show to give our love back to our communities so we can know what's going on and give them the support from knowledge to born. So if you're ready to learn, then it's time to go. Sit back and relax and enjoy your show. Peace.
Back door.
Peace to Allah's mighty 5% nation of God's nurse to all the human families on the planet Earth. I am DJ K-Wise Allah. Welcome to Real to Real. We salute you with love, peace, and happiness. All right. We are here. We in the building. My brother's in the building. We going ready to rock out. So without further ado, let me bring on the man that knows what nobody else knows. And if you think you know, you might want to try it again because we are Real2reel360. And he is who?
Am I the meanest?
Show enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Show enough.
But who am I?
Joshua Miller Law.
Who am I?
Joshua Miller Law.
I can't hear you.
Joshua Miller Law, Mr. PhD.
Peace to all our followers, likers, and subscribers. I'm back in the building again. This is how it goes down. One time for your mind, two time for the shine. It's going down with Real2reel360. Yo, today, this is our second show for the day, man. I apologize for not being in effect for those who was watching on the first episode, came in late, but better later than never. But today, on this episode here, we got a multifaceted, multi-talented artist that's breaking into this Southern Soul game, and he has two songs that I know for a fact that's going to bang out for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, get your hands together for the one and only Mr. Christopher Kane. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's get him.
What it do, family? 360 Real to Real. How y'all feeling?
Man, we in the building with you, bro, man. My thing is, you know, first I want to give you an opportunity to introduce yourself to the followers and subscribers and let them know who Christopher Kane is. You know what I'm saying? And then we just going to jump off into it.
Peace, Vanessa.
All right. So, born and raised in Orlando, Florida. What else, man? I've been doing music for a minute, a long time. Shouts out to Kimberly Isaiah as well for hooking this up. Great woman, Kimberly Isaiah, great promoter. But yeah, born and raised in Orlando, Florida. Been doing this for a minute. Got into Southern Soul probably about 5-6 years ago. Started dabbling. Did some stuff with Sir Charles and Lil G from Silk and what was that, Dallas and Louisiana. I had a chance to go out there with them and then see how they do things. Also, we was out there with Fat Daddy. I got the blues at his club, and I believe it was Dallas. So yeah, I just been mingling, man, and just watching and learning, man. You know, I've always been doing music. Obviously, I've been producing professionally since probably about 96, 97. So yeah.
Now, shout out to Kimberly Isaiah. My sister Trinessa's in the building. But who are some of your musical influences coming up?
Man, well, you know, it all started in the church, you know, like everybody, you know, most musicians, we all came from the church, Pentecostal church. My grandfather was a minister. I started playing drums. Then from drums, I started playing keyboard, and then from keyboard, I started singing and rapping, and just doing the whole nine. But my influences were, I mean, as far as gospel, I mean, we got Commission, John P. Key, the Winans, people like that. Take Six, and then you got, as far as the R&B and all that, R. Kelly was a big influence. Jodeci, Charlie Wilson was a big influence. Quincy Jones. Michael Jackson, the list goes on. I mean, it's so pretty much anybody that had Stevie Wonder, anybody that had like an influence on the culture, I took from Marvin Gaye, Teddy Pendergrass. I mean, the list goes on.
Definitely, and I salute you for that, because those are some amazing guys to look up to and be influenced by. But like you said, you started out producing in like '96, and for those who don't know, there's a difference between a producer and a beat maker, right?
Absolutely.
There's a total difference. There's a lot of people who make beats, but there's a difference when you have an actual producer, someone who can help you arrange the song in the way that it should be delivered. So
absolutely, yeah. Producer is an organizer. A beat maker is a programmer. So that's the difference. A producer doesn't necessarily have to touch a key, or he doesn't necessarily have to be a musician. I'm a musician, so it's easier for me to kind of maneuver, and it's less, I would say, people I would have to hire to do certain things, like play keys or, guitar, whatever the case may be. But some producers, a lot of producers are not musicians, but they have good ears. And they can organize a situation. They know who to call. Like Quincy Jones is, even though he's a musician, but he doesn't play every instrument like you would say a Prince would.
right.
Prince is a producer too, but he's a musician. So there's a difference. There's a lot of beat makers, but they're not producers. They don't know how to organize a record.
Right. And that's something that I wanted to get that off the top, because a lot of people misconstrue getting a track from someone as being a producer, and it's not the case. But going forward, how did you get into, wanting to be a producer, then elevating into wanting to be an artist?
Well, it's funny. Shouts out to one of my homeboys from Orlando. His name is Tyrone Wilson. Tyrone Wilson was in a group called Vocal that was signed to a company called Old Town Records back in, like I said, the early 90s. So at the time, he was kind of doing all my tracks, and again, I was probably about, in 95, I'm gonna tell my age, but I was probably about 18, something like that, right? So he was doing all my tracks, and I got tired of waiting on him, to be honest with you. That's what happened. I got tired of waiting on Ty. I love Ty, it's my brother. I just got tired of waiting. So I said, you know what? I need to be more self-sufficient, And so I started, like I said, I was already playing keys and stuff like that. But as far as programming and learning different keyboards at the time, I was using a Triton chord and I was using a Roland Phantom, and I was doing all my beats on that. But yeah, so basically I just got tired of waiting on people, and that's kind of how I became an executive, because I do my own administration as well. I'm a Harry Fox affiliate. I'm an engineer. I mix and master all of my music as well. And again, I started doing those things because I wanted to be more self-sufficient. And when sometimes you gotta wait on people, and if you don't got no money or whatever the case may be, you gotta go at their pace. So I just was like, let me learn this shit, man, and get it done. So that's kind of how it started in regards to me, producing and engineering and and so forth and so on. and even me being an artist, you know, because I never really wanted to be in the front per se. But when you invest in artists and they don't do the right thing necessarily, you invest money, you invest time, you know, sweat equity, things of that nature. And you know, rappers, they go to jail at this, that, whatever the case may be. That's a project lost. Right? So I said, okay, well, let me start recording on my own records too. Because I know I'm not gonna mess it up.
Right.
So let me start doing that. So that's how everything started, you know, just wanting to be self-sufficient. And I would encourage anybody to be more self-sufficient if you can. But there's nothing wrong with having a team and sharing. But sometimes you got to take the ball and you got to run with it yourself until, you know, people start, you know, coming along and, you know, want to be a part of what you got going on.
Definitely. Now, in dealing in going from producer to artist, being a hip hop artist and coming into Southern Soul, was the influence of being on the road with Charles and G, you know what I'm saying, an eye-opening experience to want to open the doors for you to come into Southern Soul?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Sir Charles been doing it for a long time. I didn't even realize he had been, you know, stamped in the Southern Soul as long as he had been. But yeah, just seeing how he was moving and you know, he has a core fan base. You know, that's one thing he has. He has a core fan base, and I, you know, you don't have to be on a major label or, you know, have major distribution, whatever the case may be. But if you got a fan base, a core fan base, you can sell product, you can sell records, you can sell out shows, and you know. So yeah, when I saw that, I was like, okay, yeah, let me tighten up. But the crazy part was, I didn't talk to Sir Charles or Lil G about me doing what I'm doing now. I was kind of like, you know, just spying a little bit, just, you know, just watching. Yeah.
Now, being an independent artist, right? We know that being an independent artist, you have control of your music. You have control of how you want to put it out. You have control of the sound and everything else. And being a producer, you have an ear for it. I was just wondering, would you ever be interested in getting a marketing deal or distribution deal with a label to help push your music out there?
Well, I have a distribution deal. I mean, I distribute, you know, I use a distributor that is pretty good. As far as bringing anyone in regards to marketing and things like that, sure, I'm not opposed to none of that. If someone wants to come in and help market the product and get a return on their investment, that's definitely doable. Definitely, yeah.
Because I know that
so right now, like, these records have been out probably about a month. So I streamed over 10,000 worldwide. And then we got about, I think we're like 6.5 on YouTube right now with Country Girls Outside. So it's a fairly new record. We're working on doing a video. Shouts out to my man Carl Verna from Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida, one of the biggest music programs in the country. Carl Verna is a awesome video director, producer. He has Oscar awards and all type of. He's worked with Busta Rhymes, Mariah Carey, all type of people. So he's interested in also investing as far as the marketing is concerned for the video. So we're gonna get that done, and it's gonna be a movie.
Looking forward to that, because the Country Girl Outside is definitely banging. The two songs that you got in Southern Soul is definitely hitting, and noticing like you have had experiences that a lot of Southern Soul artists haven't had yet. And just being not just being around, you know what I'm saying, the great king of Southern Soul, but you know what I mean, just like your promo run. You know what I'm saying? You have a different promo run than a lot of artists, you know what I'm saying, that's been in the game for a while. So with your experiences with that and being able to navigate through the entertainment system, you know what I'm saying, what are some of the things that you take with you daily to ensure that, you know what I'm saying, you're successful in all your undertakings?
Say that last part again. What's the things? I heard the promo run, and say that
Right.
last part again.
What is the thing that you take with you every day to make sure that ensures that you're successful with everything that you do?
Oh, I just keep, I keep my creator first. I stay positive because it's all about positive thinking. It's all about you got to believe in your product and you got to know you got a good product. I know I have a good product. It's just a matter of time. It's just about getting it to the mass. And with people like yourself, Real2reel360, stepping in, people like Kimberly, hearing the music and saying, you know what, I like that. I like what he got going on. Building relationships, building rapport, going to different functions. It's a process. But I mean, I just keep the creator first and I stay positive and just keep pushing. That's it. The numbers is going up every day.
Definitely. And that's something that we're looking at now, and we're hearing the different, and even with the girl outside and your fans and things like that, you can't
Wave your fan, girl.
Wave your fans. It speaks on trail rides and the line dances and stuff like that, but it doesn't really have, like, it's a whole different vibe. So it's something that's different when it comes down to trail ride music, but it's also, you know what I'm saying, something that you're gonna bump when you riding in your car. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So right now, DJ KYs, you got it locked and loaded over there?
You should have that email, my man. It's two.
Yeah, you got to do it because I got to run. I got to make a major run for moms.
Okay, so this is how we gonna get it started up in here, right? This is how we gonna get it started. We're gonna wave your fans up in here. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Now put your step into it. Go wave your fan, girl. I like the way you're moving. Go wave your fan, girl. Oh, baby, don't be shy. Go wave your fan, girl. Now wave your oh, it's a brand new dance. Go ahead and wave the fans.
Let's go.
Know you're feeling this groove. 2 step, 1, 2, 1, 2. DJ playing the song. Line dancing all night long. Everybody gather around. The ladies got the fans out. Now put your step into it. Go wave your fan, girl. I like the way you move. Go wave your fan, girl. Oh, baby, don't be shy. Go wave your fan, girl. Now wave them high. I'm at the trail ride. She got them boots on. She got that fan in her hand. She got them cowgirl boots on. She knows just what to do. She got me in the mood. She got me looking, girl. I'm joking on a dance with you. Go wave your fan, girl. Now put your step into it. Go wave your fan, girl. I like the way you move. Oh, baby, don't be shy. Go wave your fan, girl.
Woo, man, I don't know what happened then. I'm gonna have to run that back. I had to run that back. Let's get it.
Rewind, selector.
Rewind one time for your mind. Yeah. Let's go. Go and wave the fan.
Feeling this groove. Two step, 1, 2, DJ playing the song. Line dancing all night long. Everybody gather around. The ladies got the band down. Put your step into
Only
it.
for the ladies. We want the ladies with the fans.
I like the
Yes,
way you
sir.
moving.
Now see my man with the
Oh, baby, don't be shy. Oh, wait, now wait, I'm in the trail ride. She got them Daisy Dukes on. She got that fan in her hand. She got them cowgirl boots on. She knows just what to do. She got me in the mood. She got me looking, girl. I'm joking. Wanna dance with you. Go wave your fan, girl. Now put your step into it. Go wave your fan, girl. I like the way you move it. Go wave your fan, girl. Oh, baby, don't be shy. Go wave your fan, girl. Now wave them high. Go wave your fan, girl. Now put your step into it. Go wave your fan, girl. I like the way you're moving. Go wave your fan, girl. Oh, baby, don't be shy. Go wave your fan, girl. Now wave them high.
Yeah, real 360.
Yes, sir, man.
Christopher
Listen,
Kane.
that's a vibe right there, baby. That's a vibe.
Hey. That's what I'm talking about.
Man,
That
that's
is a
whole
vibe, though.
That is a vibe.
Yo, that's a vibe.
Now,
They gonna catch on soon.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you hear that right there, it's just totally different than a lot of songs that are being played. You know what I'm saying? And it's a whole vibe. You can get your line dance on, or you can get your two step on. It's either way. You know what I'm saying? The whole vibe. And shout out to Lady Shay Williams in the building. Melody Hutchins, what's going on out there in Maryland? You know what I
What's
mean?
good?
Like
What's good?
definitely. But it's one of those vibes, man. Like, what was the concept? Like, how did you come up with that? And not just lyrically, but all into that pocket. You know what I'm saying? Musically.
Man, studying. You know, the banjo is a African instrument. You know,
Right.
so I use that banjo, which I've heard a lot of Southern soul records, and I haven't heard anyone use a banjo. They may start now, but I haven't heard it. So yeah, I want, and I like to be innovative. You know, I like to do things that's different. You know, but still familiar. So yeah, so the banjo was a extra little sauce I put on there. And then you said what as far as the pocket?
Yeah, like you just fell off into that pocket lyrically and meshed with the music so well. You know what I'm saying? Just fell off into that pocket.
I appreciate you. Just studying the culture, just you know, seeing, you know, actually the first time I seen a fan was in church, you know. That's the first time I seen a fan. You know what I'm saying? The ladies in the church used to have a fan, you know what I'm saying? And then all the men had a rag. You know, we had a rag, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously it's the thing, you know, like shouts out to 803 Fresh, you know, his record is Boots on the Ground, but he mentions to wave your fan. You know what I'm saying? So he tapped in. I just tapped in on a different angle, but he tapped in, and you know he's out of here right now. So shouts out to him and his team.
Definitely.
But yeah, just studying the culture, bro. Just studying the culture, see what's going on. Everybody got fans. Everybody got tamarines. They got whistles. They got Daisy Dukes. They got the cowboy boots, the cowgirl boots. You know, the whole nine. So just watching. You know, as a writer, that's what I do. You know, I just, you know, if I have an experience, I'll write to an experience. If I see something, I'll write to that. If I hear or feel something, I'll write that. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it was.
Because definitely, like, lyrically, it was on point. You know what I'm saying? Musically, it on point. And what makes a great song is the way the song meshed together so well. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
a
thank
lot of
you.
times people miss that mark, and you hit it head on. You know what I'm saying? You hit it head
I
on.
appreciate
So,
that, man.
and
I appreciate that.
that song, like I said, I hit the button. I had to rewind in the middle. Like, hold on, now I got to play this again. You know what I'm saying? I had to start over. You know what I mean? So,
Hey, a lot of people don't know. Like, I'm from Florida, so you know we got a lot of Caribbean culture. You know, so I got a lot of influence. You know what I'm saying? Even on the Caribbean side.
mhm.
So it's gonna be fun. You know, I'm gonna do a lot of records, and just don't put me in a box. To the people, don't put Christopher Kane in a music box because you're gonna be disappointed.
As they say in Sound Clash, liquid mean forward, gunshot mean rewind. Liquid
Brethren, that's
mean
what I'm talking
forward.
about. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, brethren. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. And we rewind. That's what
And
we do.
rewind. Yes, sir. See, a
So,
lot of
but
people don't. A lot of people don't know. You got a little Caribbean swag somewhere up in there. See, most of us black folks, we got it all. You know, we got all type of stuff in us.
definitely, growing up partially in New York and partially in Mississippi, New York is like a melting pot for, what I'm saying, the Caribbean vibes, you know what I'm saying? Uh, you sitting there with the Trinis and the
Yes,
Jamaicans,
yes.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The St. Kitts, all of that, you know what I'm saying? You're dealing
Mm-hmm.
with all the different cultures in the melting pot. So you learn the different cultures. So you're able to,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying, flow around. And anybody know anything about New York in the 80s and 90s, them sound clashes was hit. Them
Oh
sound
yeah.
clashes was hit.
Oh yeah. Trust
So
me, I know. I know.
and them
Yeah.
Carabao.
But hey, don't get it twisted. Now we got some trail rides in Florida too. Now we can get real country. See,
Now
but Florida.
there's a
Go
spot
ahead.
in Tampa. There's a spot in Tampa that they doing trail rides at now, and there's a spot in Orlando that they starting to
Yep.
do trail rides now. Yeah, definitely. Um,
Yep.
and I noticed that Florida's starting to really embrace, you know what I'm saying, the Southern soul culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have the DJ truckers that's out there in Florida that's doing shows. Shout out to Trucker and his
People
crew.
trucker, big up trucker.
You know what I'm saying? And is spearheading the culture out there. But then also too, you have some great Southern soul artists that's from out there, like yourself. Then you have Carlin Taylor that's out there from Miami. Then you got, you know what I'm saying, Kevin Dawson out there, Katie Dawson. So you have some great artists that's coming out that's spearheading in Southern soul in Florida, Sheila Jackson, different things. So it's not unheard of. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not
Right.
unheard of. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
And when
Right. And a
you're
lot of
in
great artists in Florida came out of the chilling circuit. Ray Charles was one of them.
definitely, definitely, and when you come out of a melting pot like Florida, which is multicultural, you get different sounds and different influences. And
Absolutely.
because when you said the banjo, you don't hear anybody using the banjo. You know what I'm saying in their music. You
Mm-mm.
know what I mean?
I mean, they use it in like a lot of folk music,
Mhm.
bluegrass,
Yeah,
but never in Southern soul.
and
That
and
someone
that
uses banjo that I know of. Now, I could be wrong.
yeah,
You know,
I
somebody
could be
might chime
wrong
in. No,
too.
I used the banjo in 1987, whatever.
I could be wrong too, but I don't recall hearing a banjo in a song from then till to now. But that's innovative. You know what I'm saying? That's utilizing your producer's ear. And that's why I said from the beginning, there's a difference between a producer and a beat maker because a
Mm-hmm.
producer has an ear for the music. You know what I'm saying? Ear for sound. You know what I mean? And that's something that I think that as an artist, you have an advantage over a lot of individuals because you have that producer's background.
Facts. Yeah, I do have an advantage when it comes to that. I mean, because I can constantly put records out. I don't have to wait.
Mm-hmm.
If I hear something, I could put it together. I can record it, I can mix it, I can master it.
Mm-hmm.
I can do the admin. Then I put the records out, so I don't gotta wait.
And that right there, whereas people don't understand like the importance of mixing and mastering. They don't understand the importance of it. And reason why I say that is because if you don't mix and master it properly, it's not radio ready.
Not at all.
You
And
know what I
you'll be
mean?
able to tell when somebody play it.
Mm-hmm.
They'll let you know if they're not a yes man. They'll let you know.
Definitely, definitely. But a lot of times it's a difference from having your music played on testosterone radio, which is FM radio, and having it played on the internet, because testosterone radio has a different criteria to their
Right.
music being played than the internet. You know what I'm saying? So that
Right.
alone speaks volumes, because you have to be able to work that, you know. But as a producer, because I want to make sure that people understand, like, you're multi-talented and multifaceted, not just an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I
You're a
just want to say
producer.
one thing. I'm sorry to cut you off. I got to give a special shout out to my man Tony Ray. Rest in
Go
peace
for it.
to him. He passed away. He was one of the engineers that did a lot of work for Young Jeezy on his albums.
Mhm.
Uh, but he was a big influence as far as my engineering game, Tony Ray. So I wanted to say rest in peace to Tony Ray.
May peace be upon him, and condolences to his family. Um, but I want people to realize, like, you're not just an artist, you're a producer. That they could
Yeah.
honestly come to you, you know what I'm saying, and get you as a producer to help them with their music as well. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
Facts.
and and that right there, you need a producer in your corner. You need a producer in your corner. I will say that, because a lot of times a producer will tell you how a song is supposed to be sang or how it's supposed to be sound when you hit certain lyrics and notes and different things like that. So a producer,
Right.
if you have a producer with you in the studio, then that's a plus. That's always a plus for you. And who was some of your influences as a producer coming through?
Man. Well, let's see. Like I said, my man Ty Wilson from Vocal,
Mhm.
he introduced me to it because he used to produce the records for his group, Vocal.
Mhm.
So I kind of watched him. They ended up getting a deal with Universal, so they did some stuff. I think he's doing gospel right now. But I mean, Quincy Jones is definitely one of a guy. Rest in peace to Quincy Jones. He was a guy that I looked up to in regards to producing. Um, I would say, man, there's so many.
You know what I mean?
I had an
And
experience with Timberland
mhm.
um, in Cancun, Mexico,
Mhm.
in 1998. I used to like Timberland's production.
Mhm.
I had a chance to meet him, but he didn't really know. He ain't know yet. He ain't know. He didn't know. It was early in the game. But I used to watch Timberland. There's a few people. I mean, Quincy Jones was definitely that guy though. He was one of the
Mhm.
main ones. Like him and Motown Records. What was his name from Motown Records? The executive, Barry Gordy.
Very good.
Yeah, Barry Gordy was a great organizer.
Mm-hmm. Now I tell you, that's something that's needed. Shout out to my bro DJ Dre Cope from Rock the Block DJs in the building, man. Much love to you, bro. Thank you for chiming in. Um, but that's something like we look at, and now, who taught you or how did you learn how to write lyrics? You know what I'm saying? Because we already knew that growing up, you know what I'm saying, you was a musician. But to write lyrics, you know what I'm saying, is kind of different than reading music. So
Right.
how did you get into writing lyrics and understanding the wordplay?
By listening to a lot of music, um, learning like certain tricks as far as like I mean, when you write about either your life or something that is relatable,
Mm-hmm.
um, I used to write as a kid. I used to write just write.
Mm-hmm.
I used to pretend I was writing like movies or scripts or whatever. I used to just write my thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, Now, I wasn't always the best writer, you
Mm-hmm.
know, it, with time and, you know, consistency. I mean, I became a better writer. And then also experiences. The
Mm-hmm.
older I got, the more experiences that I had, you know, throughout my life,
Mm-hmm.
the better writer I became.
Mm-hmm. Now, you come from a time when individuals had to have artist development. They had to
Yeah.
understand showmanship, entertainment, and also to understand the business. Um, what are some of the things that you carry with you from your artist development days that you know what I'm saying, you hold close to today?
Mm. Work ethic,
Mm-hmm.
work ethic, um, discipline, uh, the drive to stay hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because when you're developing as an artist, it's a process.
Mm-hmm.
There's steps. You know what I'm saying? It's a process, and you get better as you go. You get better as you record. You get better as you write. You get better as you perform. You get better. As far as media training. Media etiquette and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
um, so yeah, time. Just the time, like the time that I put in is pretty much like my formula now. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
It's when you look at it, and you do have, you know what I'm saying, a deep catalog. You know what I'm saying, and the catalog is versatile. But
mhm.
when you look at, you know what I'm saying, your career from past to present and going into the future, what are some of the things that you want to accomplish with your music?
Hmm. Well, I've already accomplished one goal, and that goal was to have freedom,
Mm-hmm.
total freedom, total independence, total control.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now, I say that not to be because again, I don't want to share. It's not about I don't. I would share with whoever,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes in order to share and for it to make sense, you have to have control. Because if
Mm-hmm.
you don't have control, that means someone else is sharing for you.
Right.
You may not necessarily know your percentage
Mm-hmm.
or what they're sharing or the ins and outs. So, yeah. Now, as far as like what I want people to know, I mean, I just want people to enjoy the music because it's a lot of different music. I mean, I don't just have Southern Soul records, as you know. You've heard a
Right.
few.
Of course.
Um, but I can cater to whomever.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just about how I feel at, and what I'm doing. Now, I have a lot of Southern Soul records. So my Southern Soul followers or supporters don't feel like, well, I don't want to deal with him because he do other stuff. He ain't a true Southern Soul artist. And that's not true. I am definitely a Southern Soul artist, but I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can do it all, and I don't have a bunch of people like, telling me, hey, don't do this, don't do that, whatever the case may be. I pretty much just do what I want to do. Whatever I'm feeling musically, that's what I'm going to do. Even jazz. I got a whole jazz album. Y'all ain't heard yet.
And that to me it shows the versatility of the artist. Shout out to the Lions Den, Fleet Nation's in the building. Big Chief Inglewood. Yes, sir. GC Radio. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm going to be out there for that conference too, man. Was it July 18th, right?
Yeah, it's July 17th to the 21st, man. The Fleet Nation is going to have our 14th annual music conference in Atlanta. We're going to shut that city down, man. We're going to shut it down.
Down. Like your boy is going down, Young Jock.
Yeah, we're going to shut it down up there, man. But
shouts out to Atlanta, man. I got a lot of people in Atlanta I deal with, man. Shouts out to Goldfinger.
Definitely. Shout out to Atlanta, man. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's not gonna be the same once Fleet Nation hit the building, man. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna have so many artists, as you see. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have Christopher Kane in the building, man. So
you already know.
You got to definitely get off in there, man. Make sure y'all get your tickets registered. Those who want to perform, man, make sure y'all register. Holla at me. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it together. But
we're gonna be rocking that Country Girls Outside and that Wavy Fan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I was just gonna get off into that, you know what I'm saying, Country Girls Outside, because
that's that one. Ooh, that's that one too. Well, they loving that.
Man, listen, I know they are, man, because when you sit there and you play it, everybody feels that vibe. You can feel the energy off that song. You know what I'm saying?
You should have seen me when I was recording. I was dancing my ass off. I was in here tired. I was tired. I was like, damn. I'm outside the window looking for country girls and shit.
And like my Fleet sister said, it's gonna be major in Atlanta. You hear me? All the country girls gonna be out there waving their fans. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's gonna have their cowboy boots on, their cowboy hats, the big buckles. We gonna take over the city, man. It's gonna be something major. But right now, man, we dealing with it right here. Country Girls Outside by my man Christopher Kane. Let's get it poppin', man. Let's get it.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all here. Yeah. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Country girls, they outside. Them country girls, they like to trail ride. Them country girls, they looking good tonight. And all I want is some country pie. Them country girls, they outside. Them country girls, they like to trail ride. Them country girls, they looking good tonight. And all I want is some country pie. Listen, way deep down in the South, them country girls, they stepping out. They got their boots and their fans in their hand. That country girl will put you in a trance. Come on, hit that two-step and line dance with me. Ain't nothing like a Southern soul party. Them country girls, they stepping out. It's going down. They got their boots on the ground. They outside. Them country girls, they like to trail ride. Them country girls, they looking good tonight. And all I want is some country pie. Them country girls,
Hey,
Them country girls, they
they
like
out
to
there.
ride. Them country girls, they looking good tonight. And all I want is some country pie. I
Listen.
like the way she move her hips. That country girl, she sweet and big. That country girl, she getting down. Let's take it to the rodeo now. Listen, hit that two-step and line dance with me. Ain't nothing like a southern soul party. Them country girls, they stepping out. It's going down. They got their boots on the ground. Country girls,
Hey.
yeah.
Oh,
They like to travel. Girls, they looking good tonight. And all I want is a country pie. They outside. Them country girls,
they like a try.
Liquid mean forward, gunshot mean rewind.
Rewind this, brethren.
Let's go.
Give up to the DJ, Real2reel360. Let's go. Christopher Kane. Orlando in the building, baby. Let's go.
them country girls, they outside. Them country girls, they like to trail ride. Them country girls, they look good tonight. And all I want is some country pie.
If you in Orlando, we looking for dancers, female dancers for the video, baby. Hit me in the DM.
They like to trail ride. Them country girls, they looking good tonight. And all I want is some country pie. Listen, way deep down in the South, them country girls, they stepping out. They got their boots
and they found in my hands.
That country girl will put you in a trance.
Let's go.
Ain't nothing like a southern soul party. Them country girls, they stepping out. It's going down. They got their boots on the ground. Them country girls, they outside. Them country girls, they like to trail ride. Them country girls, they looking good tonight. And all I want is some country pie. Them country girls, they outside. Them country girls, they like to trail ride. Country girls, they looking good tonight. And all I want is some country pie.
Let's go.
The way she move her hips. That country girl, she sweet and thick. That country girl, she getting down. Let's take it to the rodeo now. Listen, get that two-step and line dance with me. Ain't nothing like a southern soul party. Them country girls,
They're strapping on. It's
down.
going down. They're walking boots on the ground.
They are
They're
fine.
outside.
Country girls, they like to
They like
trail.
to trail.
Country girls, they looking good tonight. And all I want is some country pie. Them country girls, they outside. Them country girls,
They like to trail.
Woo! That's a
They
part
like to trail ride.
man, that's a party starter right there, Playboy.
Let's go, man. We go. Hey, listen, I can't wait. I can't wait for the conference, man. I'm about to get lit.
It's gonna be crazy. You hear me? And none of y'all be ready, man, because we coming to town, man. Everything is gonna be on fire. You hear me? Magnolia Lounge is not gonna be the same. You hear me? It's gonna be crazy.
It's
Hey,
gonna be
DJ
crazy.
Famous said he needs that track. We definitely got you on that, Playboy. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Also,
Appreciate
too,
that, DJ. Big up.
man, much love, man, much love. I want to tell you, you know what I'm saying, coming to the end of the show, but I want individuals to know how they can follow you on social media, how they can get in touch with you if they need production. Also, too, how they can get with you on getting your music, how they can get you booked for shows. You know what I'm saying? Just basically let them know how they can get with Christopher Kane.
Okay, so just email me at ckmedia, CKANE media at gmail.com. Any booking inquiries or production, just email me. Let me know what you want to do. Leave a contact number. I will call you back.
Mhm.
So
Definitely.
yeah, make it real simple. Now, as far as follow me on social media, you can follow me on. I need everybody to subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, we want to get that thing monetized. So I need everybody to subscribe to my YouTube channel at the Real Christopher Kane. At the Real Christopher Kane, and that's also for Instagram and Facebook. At the Real Christopher Kane.
Definitely.
Or the Real Christopher Kane, whatever. Yeah. So yeah,
Like,
man. Yeah, it was fun. I had fun.
yo, man, my thing is this: I can't wait to get with you, man. We're down in Atlanta because I know it's gonna be a crazy turn up, man. I know it's gonna be
Man,
a
we
crazy.
gonna listen. We gonna have a good time, man. All I can tell y'all, ladies, when y'all come, get ready to sweat a little bit. Don't be shy, because we're gonna have a good time. And fellas, bring your cash, because you're gonna need it. Hey, you already know where we gonna be in Atlanta, fellas. You gonna need some money, man. So bring your money.
Oh man, say less. Say less.
Say a word.
Hey, all I can tell you is gonna be magic out there. It's gonna be a lot of magic going on.
That's a fact.
There's gonna be a lot of magic going on out there.
Yes, yes.
But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank those who was chiming in from Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Fleet TV, GC Radio, Third Coast Society TV, 82.3 out in Columbus, Ohio. Thank y'all for so much support and love, man. Appreciate you. Also, too, Christopher Kane, thank you for the opportunity to bring you on the show. And also, too, I'm putting it out there right now. I want to do an artist spotlight, Southern Soul artist spotlight with you with the Fleet Southern Soul division. So we need to work that out where we can get a date for you to come on and do that with the Fleet DJs before the conference and we can rock out. All right.
Nice. I appreciate it, man. Shouts out to Real2reel360. I appreciate you guys. My man, Wise Allah. Shouts out to him. Hope his mom is well and all that good stuff. Shouts out to Kimberly Isaiah again. Shouts out to Juju. She know who she is. Juju. She know who she is.
Yeah.
And also just everybody on Facebook, all my followers, all my supporters. Love y'all, man.
No doubt.
We're gonna see y'all in Atlanta.
We're gonna see you in Atlanta, man. But I'm gonna tell you right now.
Dog Man Entertainment, one of the biggest party promoters in the city of Orlando. Also, shouts out to Willie Wiz, my player partner, my brother. So can't name everybody. Yo, Faye, I see you. Anthony, what's good, baby?
No doubt. And we up out of here, man. Playboy. Let's get it rocking.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. Peace. See y'all tomorrow. We up out of here. Peace.
Peace.